If you look at what I expected from 2k14, my main concern first and foremost is the physics, in the sense of respecting the limb, where the opponent has landed, as well as creating unpredictable moments. Here are some clips that show the good, the okay but could have been better, the bad, and the why. Why is this even in the game? So let's take a look. The first clip is a Russian leg sweep to the steel steps. This is actual progress from, I should say, from both 12 and 13, because it shows the limb of where the opponent has been affected, as well as him making actual contact with the steps. Here is another example of the steel steps, but it's a suplex instead. Again, I do like the fact that he made contact with the steps, but I had a little issue with the animation after. Like, I know that Mr. McMahon was reaching for his back, but again, why did it reach for his head in the first place? Moving forward with this next generation, and especially making the transition from THQ to 2K, limbs should always be respected. The next clip, and Yukes and Visual Concepts, y'all should take a look at this. I mean, there is no exception for something like this to happen. Would you please come up with some domino reactions with landing on the steel steps, or having to deal with the mix section? I mean, I know that there is reactions with the sledgehammer, the bat, the crutch, the cane, that kind of stuff. But moving forward, this has to be addressed because right now this is unacceptable. Also, take a look at my brother's reaction when his leg hits the steps. So apparently his head is connected to his calf. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, they have to respect the limb, and of course I know that it doesn't happen all the time, but at least at a consistent amount of time. So let's move on to ladders, tables, and the inconsistency of falling outside of the ring. Again, this is something that Yukes and Visual Concepts needs to look at. The inconsistency of falling off the ladder to the outside of the ring, or to the outside through a table, or through the outside through tables. I don't know, I'm just trying to get extreme, so. And again, it's just so restricted. I mean, if you looking at what I'm looking at right now, that is some restriction, I'll tell you that. And again, see, this is why rope physics needs to be back in WWE games. Because I'll tell you right now, I had so much fun, and I am still having fun in those type of matches in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I mean, it was unscripted, it was unpredicted, anything did, and it's pretty much gonna be awesome. So, and now look at it, 3 years into the game, WWE 12, 13, and now 2K14, with so many restrictions, and the creativity has lacked, it has failed. I mean, think about it. Think about this. WWE Games is now a 2K sports product, alright? Which means that they are now upheld to hold a standard to the simulation to the sport of wrestling, alright? But in a ladder match, in a TLC match, you are anticipated to see some crazy stuff. And that's what myself and what other gamers would like to see again, to do again, to take off the restrictions, to have fun. Now, again, there are times where we do fall off the ladder to the outside at times. At times we do fall through a table. But again, it's just so inconsistent. And moving forward with next gen, we just want to be held accountable for. You know, that's all we ask from 2K Sports and Visual Concepts and Yukes. To be held accountable for the limbs and the physics. Now, have they made progress? Of course. Again, it's not to the level that I want, what other gamers want, that kind of stuff. And moving forward, they can probably, and I'm pretty sure that they will use that what's that new engine in 2K14, that eco motion, there we go, to respect not only the physics but the limbs as well. So again, they made progress, but it's not to the extent, to the level that myself and others want, and then hopefully moving forward they will get there. So